Hello all, my name is Krish Naik and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, every year I do upload a video something related to data science roadmap, data analyst roadmap and all. So any people who are specifically interested in this kind of job roles should definitely follow this roadmap because this roadmap is based on the job profiles that are available in that specific year based on the type of interview questions that are being asked. So I specifically focus on those kind of topics. So please make sure that you watch this video till the end because in this video I'm going to show you a 6 months data science roadmap in 2023 for becoming a data scientist, and you can also become a data analyst probably following this particular roadmap. But definitely I will upload a separate video regarding data analyst also. So let's go ahead without wasting any time. Let's go ahead and let's focus on what all things we really need to follow, because today morning I had some discussion with some of the students from industry ready projects, right? And when they went for the interviews, now companies are focusing on understanding like how you can probably develop an end-to-end application with deployments. They're focusing on MLOps and all. So let me go ahead and let me share my screen. So this is a specific roadmap that I have actually shared for this year, and this is going to change. Okay, so please make sure that you put a star on this, probably 4K, because I will keep on updating this. The reason why I'm saying you is that now every month data science interviews are also evolving because there are a lot of tools, a lot of frameworks that are specifically coming up, as an open source and all. Companies want to utilize that to make their work easier, to manage an application and to create probably with respect to CI/CD pipelines. The first thing that you really need to focus on is programming language. And still, I will still suggest everyone to go with Python programming language, because still in Python programming language, there's so many open sources, libraries, companies are coming up with different tools and frameworks. Still, they are compatible with Python and they're focusing more on this. Even cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, GCP, they're coming up with techniques with respect to deployment and all, and there also Python programming is specifically used. So definitely go ahead with Python programming language. Still, it is one of the best programming language for data science and even data analysts. So here I have already showcased some of the playlists that I have already created. I would also suggest to go through the Flask playlist. The reason is that it will actually help you to create Python projects with end-to-end deployment in clouds also. So what will be the final goal outcome from this particular module with respect to Python? You should be able to use basic to intermediate Python with various knowledge of various data structures like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and many more, right? You should also have extensive knowledge of performing EDA, feature engineering, and creating visualization charts using Python, right? And the third main thing is that you should focus more on creating some end-to-end projects using frameworks such as Flask or Django with deployments, right? Some of the example of the projects which I have already done in my channel is something related to web scraping projects, right? And also make sure that any new updates that are probably coming up in Python, you should be updated with that, because new techniques are coming up through which you can basically write an efficient code. So one of the example that I've written over here, what's new in Python 3.1.0. So probably if you go and 3.10. So if you probably go and check out this link, you'll be able to see all the new features that are probably coming up. And this you really need to get updated with. Now, once you probably complete up Python, the second thing is with respect to statistics. Now understand guys, wherever there is data, you really need to do a lot of statistical analysis as a data scientist, also as a data analyst also. So statistics will definitely play an important role. You really need to understand various topics in statistics and how you can probably apply with respect to a practical knowledge, or how you can probably relate it with some specific data and do some kind of statistical analysis. That is the main aim out there. As a data analyst, we do a lot of statistical analysis. We try to solve some use cases with respect to that. As a data scientist, we specifically use in feature engineering, feature selection, a lot of statistical analysis things we specifically use. One of the example, if I probably say in model training, there is a concept of data drift, there is a concept of model drifts. There also we specifically use statistical analysis. So here also I have created a playlist in both English and Hindi. You can definitely watch it out. All the links will be given over here. Coming to the third thing, as soon as you probably learn statistics, you really need to focus on EDA, because with the help of Python programming language and using the concept of statistics and probably whatever things you have learned with respect to different libraries, you start focusing on performing EDA, that is exploratory data analysis. See guys, all these things I've focused previously 2 years I've uploaded videos related to all these things. So definitely all those videos are there. You can follow that and you can become perfect in that, right? Now coming with respect to feature engineering, when you have the concepts of statistics EDA, now it's a time that you perform a lot of feature engineering, because feature engineering is one of the important module of the life cycle of a data science project. Now I feel that many people can do till feature engineering. The main thing now, what people are looking at, what interviewers are basically looking at, I'll be going over there. Then definitely the knowledge of databases is required. Two databases at least you should learn. One is MongoDB, which is a NoSQL NoSQL database, and one SQL database, that is MySQL. So both this database link is basically given over here. You can definitely check it out, and even from the normal playlist you can also watch. Basically I've created a playlist on both of them. Then you have machine learning. In machine learning, you know that you have to cover somewhere around 20 to 25 algorithms. Then in deep learning, you have somewhere like ANN, CNN, RNN, and there is LSTM, RNN, and transformers and BERT. If you know till that much, that is more than sufficient with respect to deep learning, right? In NLP also, I've also created a playlist. Now see guys, these things are almost common. Like if you probably see my previous videos, I have also taken some live sessions in my YouTube channel with respect to all these things, right? But this year, right, if you really want to get a job as an experienced person, even today, like today morning, I just spoke with one of my student, right, who specifically went for an interview, and what all things they have actually asked. He was a master's guy. So what all things they have actually asked with respect to ML ops, AI ops and all, right? Focusing more on the end-to-end projects, guys. This year in my YouTube channel also, I'm going to focus on this, right? All the techniques, all the better techniques. It's not like, see guys, I cannot explain you everything in depth, right? At least till some way I'll be able to explain you, so that later on you can just explore it and you can become a perfectionist in that, right? So now, when we say end-to-end ML projects, these all things will be definitely there. Whatever things you have learned, it will be there. But now we will be seeing that how we can productionize that specific code. So you will be seeing probably, you probably have to learn tools or CI/CD pipelines like GitHub Actions using Circle CI. These are different frameworks, right? Kubeflow, ML flow, right? The entire life cycle of project development can be done with the ML flow, right? So this is also super important. Deployment techniques in AWS, Azure, GCP by using Dockers and Kubernetes. You have to focus on this also, right? And trust me, along with the CI/CD pipelines, you really need to do this, right? And in interviews, this is what they are asking nowadays, right? For an experienced person, I'm not say like for just a fresher, but person who's at least 5 years plus experience, they will focus on this deployment techniques and all. There is evidently AI, right? For monitoring purpose, Grafana is also there, right? So Airflow is also there. And this is what we have also focused when we were teaching students, right? So in my YouTube channel, I've never focused on this till now, but now I will be keeping on uploading videos related to this, because and it will be up till some level, because after that you only have to explore, guys. See, I cannot teach you each and everything. I can guide you with respect to some of the topics and what is the importance of that and that, right? But later on, you really need to do it, right? So this is the important plan. Now, if I probably say with respect to 6 months, right? 1 month in Python, hardly 1 week in statistics, 1 week in EDA, feature engineering, right? Databases, probably you can spend 1 month. Now see guys, this is for the learning process. Practicing needs to be done continuously, right? If I probably consider machine learning, deep learning and NLP, I think within 2 months, you can definitely do this with different examples, right? And most of the time, I think what is the maximum amount of time that you probably will be following is AI ops, right? Now, it is not like everything you have to learn at starting. No, take a combination. Like probably, let's say I'm using GitHub Actions, probably I'm using AWS. I can probably use Kubeflow, right? Or I can go with ML flow, right? Or I can use evidently AI for monitoring. So each and every tools that I've written over here, and still these tools will get updated. Whenever I probably find out one interesting tool, I'll keep on updating. So I'm saying that please make a start mark over here, right? So this is the main thing. Still, I'm telling you guys, if you're an experienced person, they are going to come up with this. They're going to ask you questions related to this, because now companies, data science job profile is evolving. Now the competition is very good in 2023. There are good number of openings. I'm not saying that they're not openings, but they are definitely asking all these things, right? So this is super important. And finally, I would like to end by saying that in PW, right, Pwskills, we are launching Data Science Masters in Hindi and English. You can definitely check out this specific course. It is a very affordable course. And the reason we are coming up with this affordable, because we believe in affordability. And this is in collaboration, in merger with Pwskills. And here also you will be getting all the content in the recorded mode. Like 80% of the content will be in the recorded mode, 20% will be in the live mode itself. The batch is basically starting from 28 Jan 2023. And again, the price of the course is just 3,500. We will be learning everything, whatever I have actually mentioned over here. Right, so all these topics with respect to projects and all will be there definitely, and I'll also keep on uploading videos in my YouTube channel. So I hope you like this particular video. 2023 is an amazing year for AI. Trust me guys, if you are evolving, see, jobs are evolving, data science job work is evolving, and if you're able to update yourself with respect to this, trust me, anybody will be able to crack the job, right? And yes, this was it from my side. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you and all. Bye bye.